Even if the good doesn't seem good, we'll stick together forever. 'Cause we young in love, that's true. And we'll always talk about our feelings through and through. 'Cause it's me and you. Say welcome back to our channel.
Say hello.
Welcome back.
Alright, well, we'll see how long he lasts in here.
Oh, kiss for Dad.
Kisses.
Wanted to show you a few outfits that I got from White Fox. This is one of them. It's so cute. Cute to wear out to a party. I'll show you what else I got in the room. They have a beautiful self-love collection, which is so up my alley. I'm all about that self-love. So all these trackies, I just want to show you the quality. Like really amazing thick quality for winter. And then there's cute little tops you can pair with it. I also got some jeans. I'll try this all on for you guys and you can see everything. A dress, another dress, the self-love collection hat. This is a cute little long sleeve in like a waffle material. So it's all incredible quality. Like, I just wanted to show you guys the quality of it. Really thick, beautiful quality again. Let's try these clothes on. This outfit number one is just a beautiful pink little set. You can pair with some heels and wear out to the clubs. I don't really go to the clubs anymore, but out to dinner. This is another style in like a chocolate brown color. It's got like a ruching little bralette. It's actually a really supportive bralette. And then like a linen vibe. We love a cute linen vibe. Then I've got this little outfit. It's a linen number again, but it's in the orange color, so similar vibes, just has that slit the same as the pink. What do you think?
I like this.
You like it?
I think I like the pink the best.
The pink, okay. Yeah, I love the pink too. Matches my nails and my checkered ring.
Alright, tell us about this one.
So this one...
Turn your high beams off first.
Breastfeeding titters. This one is a blue number. Cute little blue dress. Very flattering on the figure. Backless. And it's quite a stretchy, really nice quality material. Love it! What do you think?
I like that dress.
Me too. Imagine with some heels and a cute bag going out. Next, we have a cute tie-dye number. Again, the fabric's really beautiful. It's like a ribbed sort of fabric. And I love anything that crinkles up like that.
That is by far my favourite.
I like this one too. A good little winter outfit.
That is mad.
So this is a part of their self-love range, which is so cool. There's a little cap, an oversized, I got this in like a large size so that it would be oversized, and then just some cute shorts. So this is a cute trans-seasonal piece because you can wear it like as summer goes into autumn and autumn goes into winter.
Looks mad, I love it.
I love it, it's really comfy.
White Fox Self-Love Club.
Self-Love Club. I also wanted to let you know that they have Afterpay, and they also do White Fox Swim, which is cool for summer, but we're going into winter, so I'm all about the oversized track sets. This is another tracky set in like an emerald green. I'm obsessed with this color at the moment.
Oh, nice green.
You could actually fit these because they're big.
That's a nice green.
I got them big. Oh, hello, little boy.
Archie just got sad. Didn't you? You knew. See you. Hello!
Sorry guys, the camera actually had to be recharged, as we all do sometimes. Need that little bit of recharge.
I also needed to be recharged too. I put Artie down for a nap and had a lie down.
We're both recharged now, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We can come together and be friends again.
Recharged and...
That one, the Self-Love Club.
Mm-hmm. And also, I decided that with the...
Sorry? Okay.
I decided that with the self-love component of this video that Chloe's going to step out of the room. I just want to explain what happened on the weekend, and the reason I want to explain it is because I think everybody should put themselves out there in the way that I did, because I didn't want to do it, but I did it, and I'm so fucking glad I did.
Even as a couple, we're going through a bit of a personal and together journey in ourselves, you know,
Yeah, well,
in our separate lives and in our relationship.
Well, we worked out that we both need to work on our own elements of self-love and acceptance and stuff like that, and we couldn't do it together. So we're just not putting the stress on our relationship at the moment. We're allowing each other the time to find ourselves individually whilst living together, whilst we still get along great. Everything's fine like that, but we're giving each other the space to grow individually whilst being together. And fuck, it's been a hectic few weeks.
I don't think any relationship is ever perfect, and that's what we want to kind of tell you guys, that like we're working on our relationship all the time, and with a baby it gets hard, and like there's always factors that happen when
it's uncontrollable.
Yeah, like,
and we're not, this is the thing, when you're not right as an individual, you can't come together and be right. You end up just sucking the life out of each other. So
if we can work on ourselves and then come together better, which we come back around to this, like we're always doing the work for ourselves and leveling up and like making sure that we're good in ourselves. And I feel like that needs to happen before we can be good with each other. So we're going through a bit of a journey, but
high five, mate.
I'm gonna finish my haul. High five, roommate. Oh shit! This is a little brown trackie. These are the Self-Love Club trackies. So comfy. They've got little detailing here.
Lucky they can't smell your armpits from the camera.
Oh, phew. They'd be blown away, that's for sure.
I fit me.
Yeah, I love you in these sort of tops. Like, these sort of long sleeves look good on you. Last but not least. So last but not least is this waffle long sleeve. It's a part of the Self-Love collection, and a benefit is we're doing free express shipping if you guys were wanting to pick up any of these pieces. But yeah, just super cozy vibes, and then there's some cute going out vibes as well. So that's the end of my little haul. I've got some fresh new outfits, and that's the end of that.
Let's chat self-love.
I'm gonna leave the room. Mitch is gonna film his little
segment.
Your breath stinks.
Alright guys, so I just thought I wanted to chat about being on the self-love topic. I had a very, very, very interesting weekend, and I don't actually know where to start with this, but I just thought the reason I'm filming this part of it by myself is because it's actually really hard to talk about, even in front of Chloe, and I'm even getting a bit nervous now chatting about it, but I just want to run everyone through what my experience on the weekend. And I think if you've kept up to date with our channel and with me, you would know I've made some pretty drastic changes over the last 14 to 15 months. And yeah, turns out I'm nowhere near as close to being healed as I thought I was. I think what I've learnt from the weekend was, I think a lot of my work has been done on a surface level, and I've yet to explore deep inside. And in terms of self-love, you got to go there. And I went to an event with the Cool to Be Conscious guys, and keep in mind, I've been with Chloe for 5 years, and over the last probably 2 to 3 years, she's gone through a really big spiritual journey, and she's gone through lots of different stuff that I still hadn't opened my eyes to. And, you know, I'd seen her do breath work, I've seen her do yoga, I've seen her do meditation, all this sort of stuff. And I never bought into it, and I never applied myself. I never gave it my all. And I guess I just thought, not for me. Do I need it? No, I feel like I'm doing really good. Like, I'm killing it. So, like, you know, I think I'll neglect that side of things. Anyway, it wasn't until I went to Chloe's Wellwear launch that the Cool to Be Conscious guys ran about a 20-minute seminar there, and it got me. It got me really good. And I knew that there was something there that I needed to explore, and I just wasn't sure what it was going to come of it. So I bought a ticket to their event, and yeah, Saturday I went, and it was a 6-hour day. And I'm going to explain the day. And I just want people to understand that I have never, ever in my life been through something like this. And there was 100 people that went, and I'm telling you right now, 100 people changed their lives. We rocked up, and the first thing on the cards was ice bath, the Wim Hof breathing. I'd done ice baths for recovery, but never this cold. This was literally just one bath filled with ice. Anyway, it was 2 minutes. And before we actually start on that topic, this really sets the precedence for the day. When we sat down in the room, they said, anyone here just really don't want to do the ice baths? Like, is it too much? Like, if you really don't want to do it, just put your hand up. Anyway, a couple of hands went up. Bang. You guys are going first. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, so it's one of them days. Everyone's applying themselves. Long story short, what I learnt in those ice baths about breathing was just mental. Like, for the first 15 seconds, I was in shock. I was so cold. I had someone in my ear just whispering me to gain my breathing, and then after 15 seconds, bang, I was in this zone. The next 2 minutes, flew. Wasn't cold, couldn't feel the ice, nothing. And I just thought, there's something there. And to me, that just showed it doesn't matter how hard life gets, how painful things can be, you can control your mind, you can control your breath, and in result, you can control the outcome. So I thought that set a really good precedence for me, being like, okay, like, I know that my mind's there, now I just need to apply myself. After that, everyone was pretty buzzed. You had to dance around, get all nice and warm. We then went inside, and the next exercise was hectic. All the guys had to take off their shirts. We all took off our shirts, and then we all had to wipe the smiles off our faces. No words. All the girls and the guys got bunched together. We all got put into this small room, and there it was. We had to walk around, and everyone in that room, we had to pretend that, like, you just hated each other. They were trying to steal your kid. They were trying to hurt you. They were trying to, you know, pretty much the worst thing imaginable you could envision someone doing. That's what you had to look at everyone like. So, you know, you were face to face with strangers shaped up to you, staring down your eyes. There was tears. There was girls trembling. There was men screaming in other men's faces. And I was just like, all right, this is so nuts. But after a while, I was so in the zone. I just felt this dark side of mine just coming out. And it made me realize we've all got it. And it was a very ego thing to understand that at any point, anyone can act like that. Anyone can be like that. We've all got that side there when we need it. But there's no need to walk around with it. After we finished that exercise, we then had to go stand back in our lines, and then we've just walked around, like, literally taking the souls out of each other's eyes, staring into each other's eyes, just trying to literally crush each other. After that, then the girls had to come up and choose a guy. So they had to walk up and ask, will you guide me? And then as the guy had to reply, will you trust me? After that, they then had to shut their eyes, and the guy had to walk them around through the room. And, you know, you just, after doing that and building this trust exercise, it was sort of like this weird contrast where just that little guidance and walking around and trust building after doing something like that, it sort of just made everyone be like, okay, we're locked in, we're in the zone, let's go. Then, this is where it really started to get nuts. We all had to stand in a line, and they said, all right, now guys, shut your eyes. So we all shut our eyes, and they said to everyone else in the room, the girls had to go up, pick a guy, like walk around, just any guys that there were, and you had to show them affection. And it was the most nuts thing ever, because I shut my eyes and I was standing with my hands by my side, and I wasn't sure what to expect, and I started getting really nervous. Anyway, all of a sudden I just had all these warmest hands start touching me. I was getting hugged, I was getting nurtured, all this stuff and I had no idea who they were. There was no identity to any of this, and I just shut my eyes, and I just remember just embracing it and letting it in. And I was like, I learnt I'd never hugged someone or felt connection like that in my life. And I'm going, these are strangers. These are people I can't see, can't know. But why am I feeling so connected to them? And I worked it out. As a male, I never have put myself totally out there to receive love and affection. And I don't know if it's because I like to keep my guard up or my walls up because I'm scared of being hurt or whatnot. But at that point and in that moment, I knew I was safe and I was open to receiving love. And it just really blew my mind, because at 24 years old, I've done a lot of self-development, a lot of self-work, but I was still not open to receiving love and connection from anyone that I've known in my life, including my family, including my partner, anyone. I'd never hugged anyone like I had these strangers. So there was that. Then roles reversed. It was the male's turn. We had to walk around and do the same thing back to the girls. Every single girl in that room was almost crying before we'd even begun the exercise. And having the power to walk up to someone and with just a simple hug make their day. Like, you don't understand the feeling of wrapping your arms around someone and you can just tell they've never ever had a hug like it in their life, and you're sharing that with just person after person after person. It would have happened 15 times in that exercise. And I was just like, this is so like nuts. Anyway, it's so hard to describe. I'm going to keep explaining because I feel like that's the only way I can get through to it. Next thing was, after that, all the females sat around in a circle and all the males had to surround them. We then had to apologize on behalf of masculine energy for and take responsibility for the things we've done. So sorry on behalf of all males for the manipulation, sorry for the physical abuse, sorry for the mental abuse. Anything that males do to females, we were apologizing on behalf of males. And even that alone was powerful enough. We then reversed the roles. The females had to do the same thing and apologize on behalf of females for the feminine energy. And like, I still remember like sitting in that circle looking up, and you could see that people were holding on to all of this past shit that they must have done in past relationships with friends, family, partners, and they were just apologizing for it. But in general, and you could just see all of this weight coming off everyone's shoulders. And I remember thinking like, yeah, it's true. Like, as a male, I feel like we're always getting painted with the same brush and everyone's categorized into, men are this, men are that. And I remember thinking it's so nice to hear like people appreciating that there are people out there that are taking the right steps to do this. And yeah, it was a really cool exercise. Then after that, we had to partner up with someone that we'd never met before and stare in their eyes for 5 minutes, not a word spoken. So imagine you've got a stranger that you've never met before. The first thing you're doing is getting up nice and close and just staring into their eyes. No breaks, you're not allowed to look away. And what that taught was, vulnerability is a hard thing. And that's actually why I'm talking about this and filming this, because I was like, if I could be that vulnerable, I can still be vulnerable, shit. And I also think that this message sort of needs to get out there, because you'll hear after the breathwork stuff what happened and you'll be like, this is just, whoa. So yeah, we did the vulnerability exercise, and then we had to ask certain questions that were given to us from the leaders, and we asked them to each other, and yeah, everyone was sort of breaking down. I was telling things that I'd never said to anyone else before, and I didn't even know this person. So it was just like this safe place to share, get things off your chest. So we did that, and at this point, you know, there was a few different exercises in between, and everyone was just like slowly their walls were coming down and down and down and down, and it got to the point where it was like a really, really good energy in the room. Everyone was comfortable, everyone felt good, and then the breath work began. So the exercise was for 45 minutes. You had to do this. And you were laying down on your back. 45 minutes of breathing. After probably 3.5 minutes, I heard a scream. So this was 100 people laying in a room. I heard a girl scream, "Fuck, fuck." And I remember they said, everyone was having their own individual journey. So don't ignore what's going on around you and focus on yourself. So I was trying to ignore what was going on. And then slowly, bit by bit, I just heard people start to break around me. Different things, different people saying things, screaming, crying. And then while I was doing my breath work, after about 15 minutes, I'm not lying. My hands were like stuck. Like this. They were like full on stuck. And I started like hyperventilating, and then all of a sudden I just lost it. I was howling, screaming, actually screaming, crying for 15 minutes, just hysterically crying. But while I was doing that, my hands slowly started to release. And by the end of the breath work, I was at the most still, calmest feeling I'd ever had in my life. My palms were up in the air after being stuck like this. I had my palms up in the air, and I was just laying there, and I was just at peace. And I got a really clear message come through in the breath work too, and it was like the reason why I think I was crying and why I was so sad beneath was that I have yet to connect with anyone. I've yet to let my walls and guard come down enough to actually let people in that side of me and have the ability to connect with them. So I think that was what broke me down, was the fact that, you know, I've got a partner of 5 years, a close family, close friends, and I've still yet to connect with anyone, which is like, that's a pretty big thing to recognize and realize. Like, anyway, so we finished that breath work, and I just remember, like me, I went with my friend Sam, Molly's brother, Sam Young, and we were just like, that day, that 6 hours, like, you'll never do anything like it again. And it was quite a special day. And when I woke up the next morning, I physically felt 10 kilos lighter. And I don't know how to describe that, but physically felt 10 kilos lighter. And I had no idea why, and it had to just be that big release. And I don't know if it was down to just the breath work or anything, but I think it was a combination of that entire process of the day. And yeah, I just think the reason I'm sharing this is I feel like that is the definition of self-love. Things like that, putting yourself out there, breaking down your walls, being vulnerable, like, that's how you'll truly learn to love yourself. Because I feel like, honestly, I'm just going to be real, I feel like I'm now back at sort of square one again. Like, in terms of the work that I've done, I think it's all quite surface level. A lot of my work was surface level, and it's a hard pill to swallow, but I'm back to the start again, and I'm really going to have to learn how to connect, how to love, and how to do all that shit again. So, sorry for the long chat. I hope you just got something out of that. And yeah, I also hope that you enjoyed the White Fox haul. It was pretty hard to film with Artie and me and Chloe at the same time. As soon as we're both in the camera, Artie just wants to be with us. Then he wants to rip the camera down. But I just thought it might be nice to hear the definition of self-love from a guy, considering I think I did what would be classified as one of the hardest self-love experiences ever, because it literally just, it ripped out my soul and it broke me down, but I feel better off for it. So Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to leave all the links for the White Fox clothes in the description. So if you want to treat yourself or treat your partner, feel free to shop. And just remember, if you're wearing self-love, don't forget to be practicing self-love. Be good to yourself and peace.